Author and dentist William Galbraith has just published a new book chronicling the life of a career criminal who has spent his life in and out of prison. Plus, this is actually based on a true story. Here with more on this book, Mark of the Mob, is William himself. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
So, very interesting book, it sounds like. Tell me from the beginning, how did you come up with this idea? And you actually knew this man personally.
Right. Well, when I was in school, dental school in Boston in the mid-'70s, you were required to do an externship. You had to go practice dentistry without a license with in prisons, old soldiers' homes, home for retarded kids, and the school got paid, and you just had free room and board.
Okay.
So my room was at the New Hampshire State Prison for the Mentally Ill, and it was right next to the prison. And he was just a prisoner there where I was making some dentures for because he got his face all beat up when he was arrested.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you got to know him personally, and you found out he was suspected of 2 murders,
Two
correct?
police officers, yeah.
2 police officers. Okay. So when you first started talking to him, did you think it was going to go the way that it did?
No, he was just a routine visit because it took about 4 to 5 visits to make dentures. But my assistant was named Carol, and he had been in prison about 40 years. And he would make the dentures, and we would do all the fitting. So he told me pretty much this guy's story about, you know, when he got here from the United States, he came over with his grandfather from Ireland, and growing up and the tragedies in his life that caused him to get in that position.
Okay, so he went through all the different hardships, and he ended up getting tied in with the mob you mentioned, and also some other bad habits that he was involved in, right?
Right. Yeah, what happened was his wife and daughter were killed in an accident, and then his son got leukemia and ended up dying. And he kind of lost it when that happened. He started drinking and doing drugs and got on heroin and got way in debt to his drug dealers. And to pay his debts off, they wanted him to start committing crimes, robberies. And he was a very intelligent guy, and he got away with almost everything because he would think everything through. And they realized the talent he had for planning different things, so he rose real high up in the mob real fast because he ended up getting away with almost everything he did. In the
end of your book, do you think people that read your book, they're going to have sympathy for him? Are they going to be able to relate with him?
Yeah, you really feel sorry for him and like him, and then you kind of dislike him when he turns to the dark side, and then afterwards he turns his life around. And at the end, you really like him because it may spawn a sequel because he's trying to get away and start over.
Okay, are you looking at any possible ideas, maybe, you know, getting on the big screen or possibly a TV series?
It'd be a great mini-series or a movie.
Okay.
It's really interesting. I think people like things back in the 70s where there's not a lot of hocus pocus is how you find out who killed someone because it was just fingerprints or facial recognition, and everything made a lot of sense if you read it. You can just follow it really easily, and it's not like some of the movies you'll see where you have DNA this and DNA that, and you're thinking, wow, how did they get from here to there?
Yeah.
You know, it's very logical. It makes a lot of sense.
Where can somebody find your book now?
It's at Hastings, Page One, and Bookworks.
Perfect. I want to thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you very much.
You bet. For more information on the book, go to our website, krqe.com. It's called Mark of the Mob. We'll be right back.